I've been studying Tai Chi and Qigong ever since 1994, and I find them very helpful in order to maintain my strength, my balance, and my focus. A lot of people don't really know what Qigong is, so I just made this video to say a little bit about it. In the words Qigong, you can find the same sort of words that you can find in Tai Chi or in Kung Fu. People think of Kung Fu as a sort of martial art, but in reality, what Kung Fu meant was to perfect, to perfect whatever art you had. So if you were an expert or master at something, they would say that you had Kung Fu. But since we didn't know that, when all of the karate and Kung Fu movies came to the United States, we thought of Kung Fu as a martial arts, when the real name of the martial art was boxing, Chinese boxing. And so if we look at that word and we look at Kung Fu, we will find the same word, Gung, which means to work, in Qigong, and Qi, or the energy flow that goes through the body, that strengthens the body, helps the mind develop, and works to keep us healthy. So Qigong is basically working the energy of the body, working the flow of this energy, the vital energy, the spirit, the breath, and the mind, all of those things to work together in order to enhance our health here on earth in the here and now. We were talking before about common knowledge. In China, Qigong used to be common knowledge, actually. You had a lot of different families who had their own forms of Qigong, which was a sort of exercise. We had religious people doing Qigong. Even now in China, on many of the streets, people are doing Qigong, mainly because Tai Chi is a form of Qigong. So every time you see someone doing Tai Chi, they're doing Qigong also. They have dancing Qigong in China. They have all different types of things. And so we are going to learn a certain type of Qigong here that is called medical Qigong. It helps to work with the organs in the body in order to keep the energy flowing, in order to keep the metabolism working, in order to keep the right hormonal balance. A long time ago, as I said, you had different types of Qigong. Some were in families, some were in martial arts studios, some were in religious areas. The ones we'll be teaching comes from the family of one person who is actually a poet, an artist, and social activist. One type comes from a doctor who has been teaching Tai Chi for more than 45 years. And another from yours truly, working and studying Tai Chi and Qigong and martial arts for a large portion of my life, taking the basic form and putting it together into a very small, short, but powerful form. And when we lead you through these Qigong movements, you can do them more quickly than learning a whole Tai Chi form. They're very repetitive, but they take a lot of focus, breath, and concentration. In turn, they help improve the mind, the body, and the spirit. There are also meditations that go with Qigong. So we'll talk about that and a little bit of the philosophy to give you an idea about what it is. When Qigong first came to the United States, long ago it was called Chinese yoga because it has similar benefits that yoga has. It's done slightly differently. The names and movements are different, but the effects are very similar. And so that is what Qigong is, to clarify it for each and every person. As a teacher, I had once said, once you get it, you feel it. you know you're doing Qigong. The objective then is to do the practice, and you know if it's Qigong, if you feel the effects. If you don't, it's not. So please join us for this class. You can also hit the link below if you want to check out a previous class we did at the Collective Consciousness website. You can also sign up there if you would like for a free 30-day pass where you can explore Qigong and many other modalities to help you become the person that you want to be, and to help you deal with the stress and strains of the day. As this world seems to go crazy, you can find a place of rest and peace, and you can become a lighthouse for those whose lives are falling apart. To join our class, visit the Collective or www.nextstepcoaching.mysite.com. Namaste, everyone.